Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm back with another What If video. Today's What If will be, what if the Combaticons were in Transformers Prime? So, keep the first half of season 1 the way it is up until the episode where Breakdown gets introduced. Deus Ex Machina. Instead of Breakdown, you bring in Brawl. I'm sorry I keep on breaking. I'm sorry I keep sacrificing Breakdown. Hopefully this will be the last time. Hopefully so. I think Brawl I could have been played by someone like Nolan North if I were to be honest. Now, back to where we were. Brawl would be the catalyst for introducing Swindle, who would be introduced later in season 1. Then by early season 2, we would see Onslaught, Vortex, and Blastoff. I could picture Swindle being played by Steve Bloom, Onslaught being played by Travis Willingham, Blastoff, Keith Silverstein, and Vortex, Steve Bloom. So yeah, bringing back the actors from, the War for Cybertron games, just switching Vortex's actor. I feel like Brawl would have an almost similar rivalry with Bulkhead. I feel like he would. His relationship with Knockout would have to be different. Like, maybe Knockout would have to calm Brawl down every now and then. As for Swindle, I could definitely picture him having a rivalry with Swindle. And of course, I feel like they would have to bring up the Battle of Omnicron. Since Galvatron's Revenge did bring this up. So maybe you could do like an episode that explores the backstory of the Combaticons and Bulkhead and Wheeljack's battle with them. You could even include other records like Sea Spray, Warpath, Sandstorm, Springer, Hot Rod. Who else? I think that's all when I think about it. Oh yeah, and Cup 2. And have some of these records have died. Now, I can imagine two outcomes of this scenario when it comes to later in the second season of the show. Brawl dies. Essentially, Brawl dies during the second half of season 2, and he apparently would die the same way Breakdown did. And I think apparently the Combaticons would be down one less member. Would be a waste to introduce Bruticus. And I feel like they would introduce Bruticus before Brawl's death. So I could picture an episode where they turn to Bruticus and the Autobots have to fight him. But after Brawl dies, the Combaticons are down one less member. The rest of season 2 wouldn't really change much other than that they would want an Arachnid dead for killing their comrade. Beast Hunters wouldn't really change much other than they would probably kill the zombified Arachnid. If not, then maybe another Combaticon like, I guess, Blastoff would get zombified. But the rest of the season 3 wouldn't really change much. We then cut to Predacons Rising, Onslaught, Vortex, and Swindle are the rest of the remaining Combaticons. And so they would participate in the defense of Predacons Rising, and they would get the resolution here. And they wouldn't even come back for, Robots in Disguise. Then there's Scenario 2. Brawl doesn't die. Essentially, like in my previous What If, Dreadwing dies, Brawl lives, we get more of Bruticus, and what I said previously would remain identical, except the Combaticons wouldn't even think about killing Arachnid. They wouldn't. So that's What If the Combaticons were in Transformers Prime. Do I think they should have been in the show? As much as I wasn't happy with how they handled Onslaught and Galvatron's Revenge, I actually think they should have been in Transformers Prime. They should have been in Transformers Prime. Like, they literally try to connect this show to the War for Cybertron games, but none of the characters from those games were in the show. And I feel like the Combaticons should have been one of those characters to appear in the show. Soon enough, for future What Ifs, I do plan on having my good friend Fish and Chips P-Star 7, or should I say Carl Green, be participating in some of future Transformers Prime What Ifs. One of them will be with Alita 1. But see you all later.